Hello, good morning. Happy first day of the winter holiday. My name is Megan and I'm an ESL teacher in Southern China. Today is our first day of winter break, but it's a little bit of a weird time because it is January 8th, which means we are about 1 week into the new year. But it's kind of been a weird start to the year because already it's only been 1 week and so much has happened, so much has changed. But also, it's weird to start off the new year and, start off all of these new habits, new goals, while also finishing up the semester. It's been a little bit weird, and my brain, honestly, it's all over the place. I feel like I am in need of a life admin day. So, welcome to the first day of winter break, and welcome to a life admin day to get my life a little bit together and just clear the cobwebs of my brain of all the things that I have to get done. I know I have to do things for work, obviously. I might have to go to campus today. I definitely still have grading that I need to do. I don't know if I could finish that all today. If I didn't say, I am an ESL teacher at a university in Southern China, but I'm also getting my PhD. I'm also planning a wedding. I'm also making content. So there are a lot of fires to put out all the time. Today is the day that I have to pay my tuition. So I have to go in and pay my tuition for my PhD. I also have to buy the textbooks for my next two courses. And by buy the textbooks, I mean search online to find the cheapest textbooks because textbooks are no joke. I also have to cancel a couple of subscriptions. I have to record a voiceover for a video. I have to do laundry. I still have my Christmas decor all up. It's just a lot of these little things that have been kind of nagging at me, and I would love to take today and just power through all of those things so I can start off the winter holiday feeling a little bit more fresh, feeling a little bit more focused. So let's go. Let's start with that. Laundry is on. That can be going while I work. I want to just get out my bullet journal and just brainstorm everything that I absolutely have to do. I might not get all of this done today, but if I can at least just get it out of my brain and onto the page, that always helps me so much. So I'm just gonna brain dump and hopefully we can start working on all of this. So I do need to buy my textbooks. I just paid my tuition, which is always fun, but I do need to buy textbooks for my next two classes. However, I want to save as much money as possible, so I'm going to do a little bit of searching online to see if I can find them for any cheaper. Last time I was able to use Pearson Plus, and I was able to actually rent my textbooks for just like $10 a month. So I think I got both of my textbooks for like $30 or $40, which was so much cheaper. So I'm going to check to see if the Pearson Plus program has the textbooks I need. If not, I'll just look around on some other sites to see if I can get it cheaper from what my school is offering. Okay, it looks like the best place to get the textbooks is Amazon, which I don't love, but I also know that I have fewer options compared to most people because most of the time you can't get things shipped easily to the mainland of China, especially books. They have a lot of restrictions on books. So I was able to rent both of my textbooks that I'll need for next semester using Kindle. I'll be able to rent them until the beginning of April, and it was just like $30 and $47. This semester, I have to read Qualitative Inquiry and Research Design, choosing among 5 approaches, and then an applied statistics class. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried about those. I don't know much about those, so we'll see how it goes. Textbooks, done. Laundry, also done. Okay, there are a couple of text messages that I need to send to my school. I need to figure out when I need to go back to school to submit my final grades. I also need to contact someone in the financial department just to double check that my pay is correct. I taught 3 separate classes this semester, and when I teach 3 different classes, I actually get paid for my lesson planning time. So instead of getting paid like overtime, like time and a half, I actually get paid time and a third, I guess is what you would call it. But sometimes, just due to how things have been coded, sometimes I have not actually been receiving that extra payment because of just how things are coded. So I need to double check that I did receive that payment. I'm gonna work on that now. That's something I can really easily click off my list. Good morning, happy Tuesday. We are a little bit stressed. It's already been a little bit of a chaotic morning. I was planning on going to school to meet a student because she said she had a gift for me that she really wanted to meet me and give me, but I thought that's all I was going to do today, and then my day kind of spiraled. So it's like 11:30 and I have to go pretty soon, but I just got a message from my cousin and turns out she is pregnant, which is very exciting, but her due date is 3 days before my wedding. So she understandably was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it, which is fine. I'm so happy for her. Like, don't even, who cares about a wedding when you're having an actual baby? That's amazing. But that means tonight I need to move things around a little bit on my guest list, but the real cause for chaos today, I was just planning on going to meet my student and that was it. I had also planned to submit all of my scores on Thursday, but I just got a message from the school and I can't submit my grades on Thursday. They have something else going on. And then I realized that the only time that we are all free is right now, today. So I need to submit all of my grades today, which is fine because I spent all of those hours yesterday working on the scores. So they're basically finished. I just need to go through them again and make sure there are no mistakes, and also just make sure I graded everyone as fairly as I possibly could. So I need to do that right now. I probably shouldn't even be talking because it's 11:30. I need to make sure I can finish all that before I go. I also had a couple of students who started their internships, so they couldn't attend the final exam, to which I said, it's fine, it happens for my seniors. Just send me a video of your oral presentation, your spoken presentation. And there's one more video that I have to get. So I need to message her and be like, can you send that right now? I need you to send it now so I can grade it. Also, the school asked me to film a video with the school on Thursday. So I also agreed to that. It just feels a little bit chaotic right now. So I am going to do a little bit of work and then I'm going to head out here to go submit all of my grades. This is chaotic, but it's a blessing in disguise. I'm really glad that I get to submit my grades and to finish it and just be done with that. So I'm gonna go work on my grades a little bit. I'll check back in with you when I leave, and hopefully submitting grades will go smoothly. Hopefully there are no big problems. Hi, I am back from school, and you know, I apologize for how repetitive this environment is going to be. I don't think my vlogs will usually be like this, but my husband's cousin is here right now, and so I just want to, not bother anybody. I did submit my final exam scores and I'm hoping everything is okay. I sent messages to all the students saying, hey, the grades are posted, you should be able to see them. And now I just wait. I wait for two kinds of messages. Number one, the message that says, Megan, I think you made a mistake. And I check my records and I find out, I did make a mistake and I have to go back and change it, which, I mean, fingers crossed. We're putting out good vibes that I did not make any mistakes this time. But then the second type of message could be, Megan, why is my grade so low? And I have to explain to them, it's because you didn't do your homework or you didn't come to class. And I don't like either of those messages. So I'm gonna be checking my phone throughout the rest of the night just to make sure everything is okay with the scores. I do have 3 days in which I can change the scores if there is a mistake, but hopefully there is no mistake. I wanted to show you the calendar that my student gave me, and I haven't really looked through it, so I also want to look through it myself. And then I want to talk a little bit about what happened when I was inputting the grades. So this is the calendar that my student gave me, and she made this and she drew this. Are you kidding me? This is beautiful. 2024 is the year of the dragon, so that's why we have a dragon here, and we have some firecrackers, and we have some gold coins down here as well. So you can set it up like this on your desk, and down here it has the listing of all the dates. That is just, it's just so sweet that she thought of me, and you can also hang it too. So the thing that I wanted to talk about, I feel like I should go get a cup of coffee or a shot. Is how I already failed my 2024 teaching goals. It's okay, everything's a learning experience. So while I was there inputting the scores, a teacher came up and he said, hey, you're Megan, right? You're the one that's gonna be helping out with the video. They had asked me to help film a video in the afternoon on Thursday as like promotional video type of material. So I thought I would just go there and just take a couple of clips and be done with it. But he said that they want more than just a few clips. And also, is it okay if they change the time? So I was gonna meet them in the afternoon. Now I'm meeting them at 9 o'clock in the morning. He said that it'd be great if I could prepare some materials because I'm going to be teaching students, which already is not quite what they made it sound like. It sounded like I was just gonna be introducing myself in front of the camera. Just like, hi, my name is Megan, I'm from America, welcome to our school. And now I'm going to be actually with other people, and they were like, can you just interact with the students and ask questions and write some things on the board? And I'm like, okay, this is like B-roll promotional video stuff still. Then he said they want to see me in action, like actually teaching. So I said, oh, so I just pretend to teach. And he said, no, you should prepare some real materials so students can like ask questions. And he said they're taking it very seriously. How long should this be? Like how much material should I prepare? Like 10 minutes worth? And he said, no, maybe more like 30, actually more like 45. So this morning when they texted me, they asked me to film a couple of clips for like a promotional video. Now it's me teaching a 45-minute lesson to a group of students, and I don't know how many students and I don't know their level because they don't know. And one of my goals, if you saw the video about my teaching goals for 2024, one of my goals was to say no to things that didn't directly help me or help my students. I am not above working overtime. I work tons of overtime. I love helping the school out, but I have done a lot of that over the last few years, and just with everything I have on my plate, I decided I needed to pull back just a little bit and slow down a little bit and really focus on what was actually helpful for my students. So if I have a choice between spending an hour doing this task over here or spending an hour working on something that's really going to help my students, I told myself I wanted to choose that instead. So I'm happy to be part of the promotional video. I'm very excited. I don't mind the filming process. All of that will be great. But I think this is an important lesson for me to remember right at the start of the year. Saying no to something means saying yes to something else. And by me saying yes to this promotional video, I just lost about a day of work that I could have been working on something else. So I just want to keep this in mind going forward, that everything I say yes to is saying no to something else, and everything I say no to is saying yes to something else. And I want to be really cautious of my time. And maybe that's a question I can ask myself. Not only does this help the students, does this help me, but do I think this is going to snowball into something bigger than I think it is? Is this going to be a bigger responsibility than I think? So those are just my thoughts, my reflections on how I've already kind of failed my 2024 goals. But I am going to put up my beautiful new calendar. I am going to look through some old lessons to see if I have any lessons I can recycle, because I'm not going to make something new for this. I need to work on some wedding stuff because my wedding has changed a little bit, and there are a couple more things that I want to do for my PhD. I think I maybe want to start reading some textbooks tonight as well. But that's all for the update right now. I think tonight we're gonna watch another movie and just kind of enjoy being home. Hello, hello! Are you sick of this background yet? Although, you know, I will say this is a very accurate week in my life because this is basically where I live. I'm just at this desk all the time. I just got home. It is Thursday. I know I kind of skipped yesterday, but to be honest, there wasn't that much of interest going on. It was a pretty normal day. Just woke up, worked out. I usually meet my friend for coffee every Wednesday afternoon, but he just came back from Japan. So he said, why don't you come over to my place? I can show you pictures. I can show you the souvenirs that he got. He had a couple of like snacks and things that he had bought in Japan. So I went over to his house. I saw his adorable cats, and oh, he gave me a small gift, which was really nice. He gave me a ring, and then he also wrapped it in this beautiful paper. When I journal, I like to scrapbook journal, and so I put it into my journal. It's like this beautiful handmade paper with actual leaves inside. It's beautiful. So that was just a really nice, relaxing day. Then I came back and I was just working on editing, honestly. I edited a couple of videos. I worked on those things that I had written down on Monday that I needed to do, like film a voiceover and do some screen recordings and things like that. But today is Thursday. I just got back from school because they had invited me to participate in the video production that they were doing, which, oh my goodness, they sent me a message yesterday saying, can you be there 30 minutes early so we can do hair and makeup? So this was a little bit of a bigger production than I was expecting, but I still did some of my own makeup because a lot of times when I'm filmed in China, the makeup artists get a little bit frustrated because a lot of times the colors don't really work well on me, like the colors of makeup that they have. So I did a little bit of makeup by myself. That way, if they just wanted to add on more, that was okay. So I show up and I have a little bit of makeup done. And I told them like I put a little bit on. And they're like, oh, you already did makeup. Okay, then you don't need any makeup. So I didn't actually end up getting makeup done. And it was what I expected. I expected it to be like a fake class, and that's what it was. Although they told me it was not a fake class. They told me I would be teaching actual material for 45 minutes. So I prepared actual material for 45 minutes, but I wasn't even mic'd up. there were they weren't recording any audio. I could have been saying whatever I wanted to say, and they really just wanted like B-roll shots of me communicating with the students, calling on the students, having them stand up, looking at their work, sitting down with them. So it went really, really well. It finally feels like it's the end of the semester. I feel like the winter break has officially started, even though technically this whole week I haven't had a class. So after I finished filming, I decided I wanted to treat myself a little bit and go to a coffee shop, and I just sat there and journaled for a little bit because I feel like the start of this year has already been a little bit chaotic. I think I've mentioned that before, but you're starting a new year and finishing out a semester, and it's just been a little bit chaotic. I have a lot of new things that I want to be working on, and I have a lot of plates that are spinning right now, and so I just got out my journal and I wrote down how I want to approach my winter break. What do I want to do during this time, and what do I want to accomplish, and how do I want to accomplish it while still getting the rest that I need. And I can't believe I found such a gorgeous coffee shop. I went to a new one and it was lovely and the people were so sweet. So I am back home. I'm going to eat some lunch and I don't really have a plan for the rest of the day. I think I'll look at my to-do list and see what else I need to do. It's my friend's birthday today, so I want to tell her happy birthday. She's working, so I'm not gonna get to see her, but I think I'll send her like a Starbucks gift card or something like that so she can have a treat. I'll do a little bit of work, I guess, at some point, but I'll check back in with whatever I end up doing. It's a little bit later and I figured I would turn on the camera because I'm feeling a little bit stressed, to be honest. I have been checking my PhD account like every couple of days because my classes don't officially start until next Monday, but sometimes they will post everything in advance so you can get a head start. And if I can get a head start, I want to get a head start because if you get the tiniest bit behind, it snowballs and it's just uncontrollable. So I just refreshed the page and my classes are available. So I started looking through them and already feeling a tiny bit overwhelmed. This semester I'm taking a qualitative research class and a statistics class, and just from the titles I knew that was going to be a little bit intense, but I'm working through the syllabi right now, and something I really like to do is at the very beginning of my semester with PhD, I will go through the syllabi and I will copy everything out into my calendar. Usually, this is my favorite part. It's the fun part of like planning and organizing without having to do any of the work. However, I feel a little bit stressed right now. Usually, I understand each week's topic. And a lot of these, I don't understand. I don't know what I'm doing. So I feel a little bit like a fish out of water. But honestly, as I'm trying to like calm myself down a little bit, that's what I want, right? The worst thing to do is to pay for all of this education and then not feel like you're learning. So I think right now, I am going to go through my syllabi and put everything into my calendar. It is a little bit later and I have finished putting everything from my syllabi into my calendar. So I think I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of my night, and I think I might also make an apple pie because I have a ton of apples that I need to use up. Tomorrow I think I'll get back into PhD and like just start fresh, new day, new morning, and I love that feeling of getting ahead. So I'm gonna focus on that feeling, and overall, pretty productive day. Hello, good morning. Happy Friday. Today is the first day that really feels like the winter holiday, and today is going to be a PhD day. I think today I'm going to really focus on getting ahead, doing some of the first week's readings. I also have to download a program, so I will do that as well. So today is going to be a pretty chill day, in more ways than one. It's a little bit cooler today, which is nice because you don't get that much in a practically tropical climate. So I think I'm gonna let my hair air dry, and I really want to make a soup because the weather is a little bit colder. So I'm just going to make a soup for lunch, and then I think I'll spend the rest of the afternoon really just focusing on PhD work. Lunch is finished. Now it's time to get some work done. I am also feeling a little bit unfocused on some of the goals that I have for this semester and this year. So I want to take a look at my bullet journal and see what I have planned for my January goals. And you know what? I just realized I haven't made Q1 goals. What have I been doing? Now that my grad school classes are available, or my PhD classes are available, I can write in the tasks that I have to do for those 2 classes. So I think I will do that as well. Happy Saturday! Today is the last full day that my husband's cousin is going to be here, so we're gonna take him out, go get some pigeon, maybe do some other things around town, and it's gonna be a pretty chill day. I probably won't really be vlogging, but I will get a couple of clips, show you a little bit of a montage. We're gonna go to one of my favorite areas, so I'll take you along in the montage, show you around a little bit. And it's Saturday and we're free and we have no class and we can just really enjoy the weekend. So I'm excited. Let's go.